What's going on, good people?
Right. Okay, so a lot has happened
Yes.
in a very short time.
Yeah. We have a lot, so this is gonna be a little minute.
Okay.
For one, I'm sitting like this, y'all, because I had surgery yesterday, and the lower part of my abdomen is full and bloated, and I'm not in any like pain or anything. It's just
Uncomfortable right
yeah. But I feel good. I feel good. So, as you guys know, the last video they were talking about my egg count.
Right.
Well, we were talking about my egg count. And go ahead, tell the people.
Tell the good people.
Yeah.
All right. So in surgery, well, after surgery, of course they came out. Well, did you want to talk to them about how they put you to sleep and all that stuff, or no?
I mean, it was general anesthesia, so I mean, it was just the last video. Just to recap, they were saying that it was on my left side, my left ovary.
Yes.
They were only
So they couldn't see it at all.
So the fibroid blocked them from seeing the number of eggs that I had on the left side. So at the time before the surgery, they only saw one on the left.
Right.
And we saw two on the right, which was good, but we didn't know what was on the left. So with that being said, our doctor actually considered stopping my calendar and basically starting from scratch. That means that I would have had to take the shots again, gone through the sonograms again. Everything that we've done thus far would have had to be redone. Well, considering that we believe in
a higher power.
Just like that.
So regardless, we were ready to push forward. We waited for the vitals. He wanted to check your blood work and all that good stuff.
Because your blood shows
how much estrogen is in your system, and if it's a lot of estrogen, that means you have more eggs.
So if your estrogen is high, then your egg count is high.
Right. So even if he can't see it with the sonogram, then he knows that they're there because it has produced more in your blood.
Right.
So because the blood came back with a higher level, he felt confident to push forward, which we were already confident and wanted to push forward anyway.
Because I'm telling y'all, just keeping it real, I was not prepared. I was not prepared mentally to go through these sonograms again. I'm just being honest. And with a fibroid in your body, the sonograms hurt because the probe is pushing up against the fibroid.
Right.
So there's limited room to work with when he's actually doing the sonogram.
Yeah. So every doctor's visit, which was a lot for her, this last week, we went every day.
Every single day.
We had to go in every day. She had to be checked every day, and her blood work had to be done every day because we were trying to make sure of the levels to make sure before we went to surgery. Right. So going into surgery, they only actually saw 3 eggs. So with that being said, we were like, okay, 3 eggs, but we'll make it happen. It'll work. And then I felt like I was so calm. I just felt like there was so much on the left side.
And she's always said that. She told me that. She told Dr. Haas that.
I was like, it's on the left side. You just can't see it.
Yeah, so she was the calm of the storm.
So when
even before surgery, even when I was in the back for prep for the surgery, he came in and he said to me, Miss Bolden, listen, we're getting ready to, get ready for the surgery. He said, but I want to talk to you again. He said, if we go in on the left side and we only see that one, he said, I'm going to have to stop. Because he didn't want to go any further and damage any bowels, which would be terrible.
In the long run,
yeah. So I agreed, and we proceeded. Well,
right. She went to sleep. He did all his work. Of course, the doctor comes running out, telling me all the good news.
He's excited, man.
Right.
Super excited. So she knows this part. I wasn't there for this. So what happened?
Right. So he came out. He said, "Okay, so we found 7 eggs," and I was like, 7? He was like, "Yeah, the left side had more. You were right." He came running outside. He was like, "I'm just gonna come sit down." He came and sat down in the waiting room and talked to me for a little while. Gave me all the tea pretty much from the back, and then he was like, they're waking her up now. She'll be out shortly. So he left.
So as I'm coming to in the back while she's getting all the good news, I'm laying there. I'm coming to, and I hear a nurse outside of my door ask another nurse, "How many did they get?" And she said 7. So I immediately started getting excited because I just assumed that they were talking about me. So I can't laugh. So they come inside the room, and she said, "Well, Ms. Bowden, we retrieved 7 eggs." Immediately, y'all, if you don't know, you're going to learn.
Right.
I'm very emotional when it comes to my family, my friends, things that's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I'm very emotional when it comes to my family and my friends. That's the only thing that's really, really dear to me. And when they said 7, I immediately started crying. And I'm like, wow. I was like, do you guys understand that 7 is the number of completion? Mm-hmm. That's what the nurse said. Mm-hmm. And we're just in there rejoicing, having a great time. It was awesome. At this point, I'm high, I'm drowsy, sleepy, and I'm just wanting to get to my wife. So they were like, "Okay, you got like 45 minutes of recovery, and then you can get ready to go." I'm like, I'm ready to go now. So that.
Yeah, I think she was in their bag for about 10 minutes, and then the nurse came around the corner like, she's ready.
Hey, I told him I have a nurse at home. I'm good. Let's go.
So, yes. So we drove home, called all the key components of our lives, and gave them the details. Everybody was excited. Of course, even before going into surgery, everyone called us and prayed with us and got our mind right. And we want to thank y'all for that. Just our group, our core is so strong. Our foundation is so extreme. Like there was no doubt in our mind that this surgery was going to go well.
And our support system ensured that.
Right. So
y'all, quick little second.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And just make sure you got the right people around you, period. If going through this going through IVF process, you want to make sure your foundation is strong, your mental is right, because you can beat yourself up. They will tell you, the nurses will tell you, don't stress, don't be extreme, or like you just
There's
have
no
to,
room for negativity, guys.
Right.
None.
You got to believe the whole route that you can't defer. Like what am I looking for to say? Oh no, just stay on course, guys. Don't block yourself.
Yeah. And then so yesterday I slept
all day.
Yeah.
I woke her up to feed her, made sure she was eating. The nurse said that everything was light, so you had to have soups, like protein shakes, things like that. And then of course after surgery they want you to have high sodium content, so make sure your food is salty. I know, which we don't do.
Why that, I know, because we don't cook with a lot of salt, but I mean,
right, so I made her, the first thing she ate was broth, and then I just made sure I seasoned it with salt, and got it seasoned real good for her. After that, we did a protein shake and some soup.
And then,
what's up?
At 7 o'clock.
Oh, yay.
we started we started her shot. So look, man, I am in. Stop making me laugh.
I'm sorry.
I am in the bed, high.
Right.
Because I didn't take. It was just from the anesthesia. I haven't taken anything since then. So I'm in the bed, I'm high, and it's 7 o'clock. So it's time for, see, you hear that number 7 again, right?
Right, that's
so,
the number.
Yeah, so it's time for her shots. Y'all, she trusts me enough
Yes.
to do it.
Well, I did all the mixing. I set her up. I was like, all you have to do is give me the shot. I think she was a little bit more nervous than I was.
I was, because I didn't want to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, and then she sent her skin, like she whelps up.
I whelp up real bad, you know, so she was a little concerned.
Yeah, but I must have done it right, because
absolutely
no marks. And how did it feel?
I didn't have
How did it feel for you?
It was no pain at all, actually. Which is crazy, because the one that you usually burn on, that one was actually not bad. I felt the needle the first time.
But we will say this: you don't use as many powders.
True.
As I had to.
True.
Due to
so
my
that's
fibroid.
Probably why you had.
Yeah,
you're right.
And the powder is what actually burns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's good, because she's gonna have enough pain.
Yeah.
Throughout this process.
Because I'm having the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So.
But yeah, it was cool though. The shots weren't bad. I didn't feel anything different afterwards. I've always had a healthy eating habit, so that didn't change. I know she spoke about that before.
But it is just day 1, y'all. So I'm telling you, her appetite is going to pick up. But I think that. Let's see what it does for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted, of course.
So we got a lot more.
Oh.
That's part 2. There's like 4 parts to this thing.
Right.
Okay, this morning.
Oh yeah, right. That was a great call.
Right. So this morning we're sitting here in the living room. I finally get up. Yeah. And the phone rings.
Mm-hmm.
And
she put on her professional voice, so I knew it was somebody important.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
During the call, she was getting hype, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And so, go ahead, tell them about the call.
Okay. So the lady calls, and she says her name and where she's from, which is the surgery center, in connection with our doctor. She says, well, Miss Bowden, from the 7 eggs that we have retrieved, 5 have survived, and 4 have already fertilized. So let me bring you guys back. You remember those 3 eggs that they said they found? Mm-hmm. There's 4 that's already fertilized, and 5 that have survived, and 4 that have already fertilized.
Which is really good numbers, guys.
Awesome. So I didn't know that. So she says to me, that's great.
Yes, she had to put more excitement in her voice so she can understand that this is really good.
Yes. So this is just 4 eggs from me. Not even counting my wife.
Right.
This is just 4 eggs from me that have survived.
Yes. So they put our sperm back on ice this morning after they injected the embryos. So now we have yesterday morning.
No, they put it back today, but they injected the embryos yesterday.
So as of now, we have 4 embryos in sperm to freeze. They're going to keep it up frozen until my eggs come out and are able to join with the sperm.
So we have a week and a half of her injections, and then we have her surgery coming up, and then after her surgery, we're going to do the same process. We're going to inject the eggs, see what embryos survive, and I think
they're going to give us. My surgery is the 22nd, so 2 weeks after that. Is when we're supposed to figure out when exactly I will go in, and insert the embryos.
Yeah. So, no, we're not putting all 4 back.
Oh.
Everybody's trying to give us like
12 kids. Like, what's going on? Okay.
We're confetti.
Yes. And so, right. Her mom, my mom, they like, oh, I can take 2.
No, my mama gave your mama.
Oh, yeah,
2.
that's right. Your mama, her mom assigned everyone children. This is what happened. She was like, oh, I can take 2. Your mama can take 2. And her older sister can take 2. I was like, how many kids?
We gonna have. So now, if she get 2, they get 2. Where I 2 at? Right. But man, listen, we're taking all the love, man, all the love. So this is where we are. We are trucking right along, man.
Yes.
And
oh no, I want to also say something about the needles, because somebody asked me about that.
Okay.
So I do want to say, I don't know if you can see these. Okay.
The caps? Yeah, bring it down. There you go.
So with the tube, you want to make sure you don't have any air bubbles.
Yeah, I don't.
So because the air bubbles will make it painful when you're injecting the liquid into your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did want to mention that because someone asked about it. So to get rid of the air bubbles, let's show this. And you're just going to tap the side. And that will just release your air bubbles. They'll start going up to the top. And then you're going to always want to leave a little space at the top so you can just push the air out once you put your needle on.
Right.
Okay.
And I want to, or I got to, publicly thank you. I know I said it to you last night, but listen, man, if you guys have somebody by your side that is, I'm not even going to say just holding it down for you. No, just with you every step of the way. Yeah, I got to say thank you. Thank you. You took, oh, boo-boo. You took awesome I of me. If y'all know me, I am a mama's baby. I want my mama with me. If I stump my toe, I gotta call my mama. But listen, this woman here is more than enough. So thank you. So that's all I have.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Tighten up. You better not cry on here. Listen, man, we love you guys. We love you. Thank you so much for just being concerned. You know, for all our friends that's checking in. Even the people that we don't know that's sending us prayers. People that are commenting on this channel. We really appreciate it, man. We really do. And we
just hope that we're helping, because we didn't have a couple to reach out to ask questions to about the process, and we were lost, we were stuck, like we mentioned before in this channel. So we just wanted to make sure we put information out to help anybody that's doing this process, that's going on, that has any questions. Please ask, because we have a lot of information to give, and we're learning as we go. So if you want to know something, ask us. If we don't know, we'll ask our doctors, we'll ask our nurses, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're learning together. We're in this caring to sharing, seriously. And we're here and we're willing to share whatever it is that we know, because it can be tense.
Yes.
So like I said, thank you guys. We love you guys. And
we love you. The Bowdens.
Out.
We out.